So this is the inventory management system, and what this system does is it keeps track on stock coming into your warehouse or your shop and stocks going out from your warehouse and your shop, and also keeps you updated on current stocks in your shop, on each item, and also sends you alerts on low stocks of items in your shop, so that you just be updated on stocks you need to restock and stock you need not to restock. So let's dive straight forward and see how this system over here works. The first tab here is the item name. So let's say we stock something like let's say mods, right? Let's use mods. Let's say 200 pieces of mods here coming into the shop right here. So here you choose whether it is coming in or it is going out from the shop. Let's say it is coming in, and probably it will be from a supplier over here. So here you choose either from a supplier or customer. So it's from a supplier, and here you type the name, right? You type the name of the supplier or the customer. So let's say the name of our supplier was James, right? Let's see James, right? And here let's say another one is stock in, let's see Fanta 300, right? 300 boxes of Fanta, right? And you can see that once I type the name over here, the time and the date appears automatically, and this is for reference purposes, right? It's done by the system. Nobody updates the time and the date. So once you type the item name, the time and the date you typed it appears here in the timestamp. So let's say it is coming into the warehouse or the shop from a supplier, and maybe you can type the name of the supplier here. You can choose to type or leave it like that, right? But it is good to type for reference purposes, right? So let's go here. Now let's say someone also comes here to buy mods. Let's say 150 pieces of mods. 150 pieces of mods going out. So you choose here either it is coming in or going out. So let's choose out, right? To a customer, right? To a customer over here. And here you can choose to type the name of the customer over here, or not to type the name of the customer. So here let's check something out on Fanta, right? Fanta. Let's see Fanta. There's someone who came to buy Fanta for 250 pieces over here. And the date on the time. Now you can see the time difference over here. The time I typed the mods, the time I typed the Fanta, you can see the time difference over here. So the time is recorded as to when you typed the item name, right? So you can see the time difference over here to show you that there are difference in when I typed. So I typed the mods at 5:50:31, the 31st second. Here I typed it 5:51 on the 12th second. I typed 5:51 57th second here. So you can see the time difference over here, and nobody manipulates that. It updates on its own, right? For reference purposes. Let's say more Fanta is also going out over here to a customer, and you can choose to type the name of the customer over there. So let's go to analytics. The analytics over here is where you can see the current stock of malt and the current stock of Fanta over here. Now this gives you the summary of everything. So meaning Fanta was stocked in at 300, and the stock out of Fanta was 250, and the current stock of Fanta here is 50. The same thing applies to malt, right? Now let's go to history, the most interesting part of the whole system. What this history here does is it gives you the list, or let's say something like a record of the transactions made on an item, because you can't go through everything over here if you want to know the transactions made on each item. So to cut everything short and to save time, you just come here to the history over here. Let's say you want to know the transactions made on, let's say, malt in a day, or probably in the whole year or something like that. So you can just type malt over here. Once you type malt over here, you press your enter key. So you can see over here that the date and the time, right? The date and the time here, the dates are showed up. So the date you made a transaction, you stocked in malt for 200 showed that, and the time also did that, and the date you made a stock out for 150 for malt also showed out over here. Like I said, we type the name of the supplier here in the inventory system, so the name of the supplier also showing up here. So if we would have typed the name of the customer, it will also show up over here. Alright, now let's come to the dashboard, the most interesting part of the whole system. So that what the dashboard here does is it also gives you a summary, but it also gives you adds up something to the summary over here. So here you have the total items in stock over here. So meaning there are 100 stocks in your shop right now as we speak. After every transaction made, what you are left with in your shop is 100 pieces of malt, Fanta, and everything in your shop over here. And this is the most recent transactions made. So the last transaction we made over here, the date, the time it was made, and let's say item name, let's say it was Fanta, quantity 250, transaction was out, supplier or a customer name over here. Now this thing is important, so because maybe you can go on holidays or something, and when you come back you can also reference back to the last transaction you made before going on a holiday, or maybe closing down for something like that. And this is the most important thing over here, and this is the low stock alert. Here it's only stocks running low that will show up over here. So for this system, I have set my low stock to 20. So every item running below 20 here is considered as a low stock item as far as the system is concerned. So let's go here and check out for Fanta. So when it comes to the inventory over here, let's say Fanta, right? Someone came in to stock out Fanta for like 40. Now the date and the time for stocking out Fanta also appeared over here, right? So let's see, stocking out Fanta is going out to a customer, maybe the name of the customer at the other end. And you can see, let's go to analytics. You can see the Fanta is red, meaning we need to restock Fanta over here. We need to restock Fanta. Let's go to the dashboard and see what happens over there. And you can see that the low stock alert, you have Fanta over here, meaning we need to restock Fanta over here. So now another low stock alert, we have like stocking for Fanta was 300, the total stock out was 290, and the current stock of Fanta is 10. So meaning we need to restock Fanta over. Let's check that of notes. So we can see modes for another 40. Let's see, another 40 modes here, and the time and dates for stocking out also appeared over here, updated on its own, right? So let's see, let's talk out for modes. Let's check analytics. Now you can see malt is also red. Now if we have to consider this alone, and let's say we have something like 100 or 1,000 stocks in your warehouse or in your shop, you can't go through each and everything to see the stocks you need to restock into your warehouse and your shop. This will cost you much time and energy right here. It's because you need to write down everything you need to restock over here. So that's why I have the dashboard over here. So with the dashboard, we are seeing Fanta and malt, meaning you need to restock Fanta and malt over here, right? So let's go to the inventory and restock Fanta and malt and see what happens next. So let's restock, let's see Fanta, right? Let's restock Fanta for, let's say, 100 pieces of Fanta should be coming in from a supplier, right? Let's go to analytics and see what happens. You can see Fanta is no more red, meaning it has been restocked. Now let's go to dashboard and see if we can still see Fanta under low stock alert. Now there's no Fanta over here, telling that Fanta has been restocked, right? So now let's come in and restock mods and see what happens. Let's see, restock mods for, let's say, mods, let's say also 50 pieces, right? Also coming in, right? Let's go to analytics. You can see there is no red here for mods. and here it's the current stock has also been updated, right? Yeah, because 100 plus 10 is giving us 110 over here, and here 100 plus 50s 50 plus 10 also giving us 60 over here, right? So meaning that it has been, the current stock has also been updated, and the stocking has also been updated over here, right? And let's go to dashboard. If you still see mods and low stock alerts. There's no mods here, there's no Fanta, meaning they have all been restored, and the total items in stock also has also been updated over here, right? We can see that over here, right? Let's go to history and check. Now probably you can see this in the history over here now, because when we typed at first it was only for the stocking and stock card, but when we added the 50 stocking 50 for malt over here, it has shown over here. When we stocked out malt for 40, it has also shown over here, and the time for doing those transactions has also shown over here, right? Now let's change that of malt and check for Fanta and see. Let's check Fanta and press the enter key over here. Now you can see this. You can see all the transactions and the Fanta also shown up over here, right? Yeah. So that's how the inventory system also works. So what this works with Google Sheets, yeah, it was created with Google Sheets, and the main reason for using something like an Excel sheet is because many businessmen are more familiar with Excel rather than using something complicated or something like that, right? That's the main reason why I use something like an Excel sheet or something like that, right? And this also here does not work on a single device. It can work on your mobile phone, it can work on your laptop once you are logged in to your Google or Google Drive. So once you remember your password to your Google Drive or something like that, you can get access to this. So you can't lose data here. So even if you lose the device you use in typing everything, you can still log into another device with your Google account and still get all this thing intact over here, right? So once you can be at another place, so once the salesperson types everything on the laptop in the shop over here, you can also get access to what is typing on your mobile phone. Meanwhile, you're not in the shop, so you can see whatever is going on in the shop. So if you come here, you can see the total items in your shop, right? So when you come by, what you do is just do a manual counting, and you'll be updated on everything that is going on in your shop. It's a stress-free laptop. It's a stress-free system. It reduces stress on businessmen and other things, so you can go on vacations and still know what's going on in your shop just by logging into your Google Drive and viewing everything over here, right? So this is how the inventory system over works.